Assalamualaikum. My name is Warna Najia binti Wan Muhammad Mansur and my number matrix is UDB 200235. I will present about why Xbox failed in Japan. Executive summary first. The Xbox is a 6th generation video game console produced by Microsoft Corporation. It competes directly with the Sony PlayStation 2 and Nintendo GameCube. Microsoft also realized various Xbox consoles such as Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox Slim, and more. The Xbox failed in Japan because when Microsoft launched the Xbox in the early year 2000, Japan was the strongest video game power in the world. Japan is also the producer of the world's three largest console makers, namely Nintendo, Sega, and Sony. Video game developers in Japan are also considered the best and more revolutionary on the face of the earth. So, the launch of the Xbox by Microsoft made the video game world suspicious of consoles from America made by a company known for its software, not its hardware. Microsoft is seen as an evil force entering the Japanese market, invading the homeland as well as competing with Sony and Nintendo. Microsoft faced three big challenges launching Xbox in Japan. Today, Microsoft is still working to sell consoles in Japan. While Japan is a huge market for video games, Gen Takahashi, GamesBeat's lead Audio at VentureBeat, says Microsoft doesn't rely on Japanese consumers, while Japanese users prefer the Sony PlayStation or Nintendo Switch. Microsoft's relationship with its Japanese rivals is changing. I pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amal Hasif bin Arif Amiruddin. My matrix number is UDB 200180. Xbox is a brand of video games created and owned by Microsoft. The brand was first introduced in the United States with the launch of the original Xbox console. The Xbox console is the first video games console to have a built-in hard drive. Its primary use is to store data about video games play and content download from the Xbox Live online service. The original device was the first video games console offered by an American company after Atari Jaguar stopped sales. The second console, Microsoft, is the Xbox 360, which was launched in 2005 and has sold 84 million units as of June 2014. The third console is the Xbox One, which was launching in November 2013 and has sold 50 million units. The fourth line of console is the Xbox Series X and Series S, launched in November 2020. Microsoft also says the Xbox One is the most powerful console even, but this function allows the console to no longer use a memory card as data storage, as used in the PlayStation 2 console. Microsoft has focused on the key strengths of the Xbox One X. When Sony Computer Entertainment first announced the PlayStation 2 in 1999, the company had positioned the console as a home entertainment hub, as it would not only play video games but also be able to play audio CD and video DVD. Four engineers from Microsoft DirectX team envisioned how Microsoft console would compete with the PlayStation 2. They designed a system that would use many of the same hardware components as a PC, effectively running the Windows version and DirectX to turn on game on the console. This approach will make it easier for developers on Windows to buy games for their new system. differentiating itself from custom hardware solution on most consoles. Xbox Live Service launched in November 2002, allow players to play games online with or without a broadband connection.
Besides that, about vision and mission of the company, Microsoft company also has a vision and mission. The mission and mission is to plan the concept of how to execute the plan to achieve the desired goal in a given time. All types of organizations must have it as a guide for carrying out organizational activities. A vision is a picture of what one wants to achieve in the future and is a goal for developing an organization. The vision of Microsoft company is to help people and businesses throughout the world realize their full potential. This vision statement indicates that the company presents its business and products as tools that business people and organizations can use for their expansion. Microsoft Corporation vision statement has components such as full potential and help to realize. The Microsoft Corporate Vision Statement component shows what the business wants to do. For example, the company aims to provide products that help customers reach their full potential, which is expressed in the corporate vision component, while the mission of Microsoft company is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Empowerment is the key term in this mission statement. It represents the primary objective of the company. It represents the primary objective of the company and what the strategic tactics of the organization seek to achieve. This mission statement suggests that business is about empowering people and organizations. Such empowerment is achieved through the utility of the company's product. The following components are important in Microsoft corporate mission statement as every person and every organization on the world and to achieve more. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila binti Kamaruzaman. My metric number is UDB20045. Alright, today I want to present about market summary why Xbox is a fail in Japan. In recent months, there have been attempts across the media to get the bottom of why the Xbox brand has never really success in Japan. It's clear that there is cultural disconnect concerning this topic, but no one seems to want to really understand what is happening here. You would have thought that the first port of call would have been to talk to people in the Japanese games industry, but weirdly, that seems to have been overlooked. That aside, the Xbox brand has never managed to gain any real traction with Japanese developers and the gaming public over the years. This is not because people here in Japan or inherently hate Microsoft or even the Xbox, which is what some creators of the internet seem to think. No, it's more about how Microsoft has approached gaming in Japan and its unwillingness to adapt to the needs of a unique market. But simply, there have been two main issues that have undermined Microsoft's strategy with the Xbox in Japan. Overall, descriptive business practice don't go down well in Japan. Business is more formalized and regulated than in the Europe or US, and foreign company must learn to work within this framework or fail. Good example of this are companies such as Apple. They have worked very hard over the years to build its brand up sympathetically within expectation of the Japanese market. This is also true for the gaming industry, which has a long history and specific culture of its own in Japan. Simply coming in and offering to describe that market and make lot of money, it's not right kind of a message here, especially when said Japanese companies are already making money. Microsoft should gone in and been more respectful to the cultural framework of gaming in Japan and offer a way to add it rather than describe and replace it outright. This is not so much a Microsoft thing but a US cultural thing. In that movie are a highly dominant culture force in the US, and this often result is in Western games trying to emulate movie, which is no bad thing on its own. The reason failure of why Xbox is fail in Japan is Japan had the Xbox. The failure of the console and its management in this market date right back to the era prior to the launch of the original Xbox. The miscommunication and mismatched corporate culture left Japanese publisher and creator cool of the idea of working on the platform. Japan's may still be one of the biggest games market in the world, but it's fallen off Microsoft radar of, for the most part. It's not notable that it took almost a year for Xbox One to even appear in the market. It frightens to see some of the lazy excuses which commentator concord for the failure of Xbox in this market. The most common of them is that Japanese consumer won't buy a console made overseas, implying that peculiar product patriotism lead them to automatically despise American or Europe product that compete with those from Japanese firm. This is other nonsense, as anyone who witnessed the enormous and boundless enthusiasm for the launch of iPhone 6 in Japan a couple of weeks ago can testify. Apple smartphone usually dominate the market here, much to the detriment of local companies like Sony and Sharp. Their laptop and tablet do extremely well too, in plenty of other consumer product categories, from luxury cars, BMW and Mercedes, through to coffee makers, DeLonghi, and personal care product, which is Philips. Western company do remark well. If anything, overseas product carry a certain sachet among Japanese consumer. The Xbox did not fail in Japan. It's not continue to fail in Japan because people here don't want to buy a product from a foreign company. It is a failing because of something intrinsic to the product in question, something that simply doesn't appeal to Japanese consumer. The SWOT analysis for Xbox is a strength. Xbox is of very cost, and then many other games products such as its main similar opponent PS3. You may find advance in the upcoming Xbox from the previous ones which are already in the market. Xbox is very strong product used for entertainment, and then Xbox is the first online product and you can download and enjoy different games. Also, it gives your information of the upcoming games as well as games which are free. After its release in the market, it gained more popularity and got ranked as the number one gaming console. The weakness is it is found that Microsoft has started making low price and despicable Xbox featuring video streaming. It is making pricey hardware and games. It has a strict competition with Nintendo, which is low cost and has a hard buyer base, which make it a main opponent Xbox in the market. After the increase of its product price, it make a share it's getting low. The opportunities is by joining hand with some well-known company. They will know widely, and this thing will help them grow their business around the globe. By doing partnership with the Hollywood studio, they will gain an advertising image as Hollywood will help them to grow internationally. The division of the market can also help them promote their business, and then it can introducing their new offer or service directly to the computer, so that the client can make deal just by sitting in their homes. It will also help their business grow. The trick for this SWOT analysis is the main challenger to Xbox is Nintendo, which has a low cost and has a larger consumer base. As Microsoft has been making cheap Xbox for video streaming, this may affect their image on their customer. If Xbox ever drop its real and dependable image in the market, then it is going to be hard for them to have that place again. Antitrust issue are growing day by day in Europe. This may influence their image in the market. And then last but not least is due to the obstacle in the hardware, their production will suffer, eventually leading to a reduced customer base. That's all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nabila binti Kamaruzaman. My metric number is UDB20045. Alright, today I want to present about marketing objective. Marketing objective of the Xbox is much focused that is to lead the global market through diversified marketing campaigns. The marketing goal of the Xbox include digital marketing, Xbox Live and video games, as well emphasizing the local and international business through the international subsidiaries. The overall objective of Microsoft Xbox is to provide their customer an unquestionable product owing to the high price demand by the Microsoft as compared to its competitors, being at least at a better standard as compared to the regarding the quality. The company innovation team is continuously working on its versatile operability by designing latest TV connection, along with the specialized controller and technical capability. The overall objective is, in the essence, is to give the gamers worthy experience of gaming in comparison to the applicability at the PC. The target market for the Xbox is, the company has prioritized the target according to the feedback got. The main target is the main gamers who don't even stop to sell their computer to fulfill their desire of gaming addiction. The company is effectively extending its network to the non-traditional customers, being of the view that people of non-traditional areas are attracted more towards such innovative product. The multimedia features are specifically incorporated to attract the small percentage of the female gamers living with the male gamers. It features like any other hard disk storage and iPod like feature make it popular among all the people of almost all age, especially children and men. The positioning of the Xbox is the market development of the product is strongest in Europe and United Kingdom owing to the strong fan base. But the market in the Japan is overtaken by Sony, but still customer of the Xbox are there through the percentage is very low. Microsoft Xbox One will employ a more formal driven positioning strategy to establish itself within the mind of video games consumer. As industry leader and creator of the highly successful Xbox and Xbox 360 system, Microsoft brand image and become imprinted deeply within the gaming community throughout the last decade. As a result, the Xbox One can be marketed at a higher price than its major competitors, the PlayStation 4. If it manages to differentiate itself effectively, this differentiation will be played out in the form of superior competitive advantage expressed in the Xbox One updated performance spec, as well as through image differentiation based on Microsoft already established high-tech and exclusive image.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Akil Darwish bin Muhammad Chazili. My matrix number is UDB 200-114. I want to present about marketing mix. Firstly is pricing strategy. The Xbox managed to make a huge profits through their incredible sales. The quality and sophistication they offer is affordable for the price. The console sales depend on their size and internal specification. The price is offered according to their variant placed. For example, RAM and larger storage will offer a higher price. Product strategy. In 2001, the first Xbox was launched with various variants. In 2002, the Xbox Live was launched. The Xbox Live is immediately allowing the user to play the video games with broadband or not. In 2005, the Xbox 360 was launched. The Xbox 360 is an innovation version. They expand the current service. They also introduce the features, namely Kinect, that like tracking the player's entire body and making the game come alive and more interactive. And then in 2013, Xbox One was launched as a successor to the Xbox 360. They improved the Kinect features, and also Xbox One offer more exciting and more advanced play strategy. The Microsoft use its extensive distributions channels to sell these products and attract as many customers as possible. The stores available for Xbox sales are attractive and have trained staff to maintain the current customer relationships and attract new customers. In addition to offline, Xbox is available at Flipkart and Amazon. Promotion strategy. Xbox promote their product through its distribution channels, which is available to players around the world. Xbox also provide the unique games that becoming popular. The Xbox also was launched at the Electronic Entertainment Expo, which provide the full detail of the product. The Xbox logo is very unique and has never changed since the beginning, creating the strongest brand recall. In addition, they have advertised in also in a magazine, in internet sites, and even online contents on their websites that give a appropriate price to the customers.
As people know, there are millions of Xbox users and up to 100 million monthly Xbox Live users who are mostly in foreign countries, and now Microsoft is on a users expansion mission in Asia. There in its contents, especially on the title of the game. On the Xbox, people know that players can not only access games at Microsoft Game Studio, but but also titles from Europe, America, Japan and South Korea. And the last one is Clouds, which refers to the cloud gaming platform. Microsoft want to leverage the latest cloud technology to stream high quality photos and gaming experience on any smartphone, tablet or screen display. This is with the motive that players can play their console games anywhere, anytime. The Xbox One's strong voice capabilities and multitasking make it feel like a cutting-edge device. But the Kinect still make mistake or fails to detect other fault too frequently. With a little more consistency, it has the potential to completely change how we think about set-top box UI navigation. Microsoft wide lineup of exclusive launch games and significant investment in research and development. The Xbox One is a good place to start. Currently, the system is an excellent games console with an incredible variety of functions. The Xbox One, with the tweaking and continuous backing from content creators, may become the multimedia contributors that Microsoft had envisioned.